Welcome.
Extends beyond the product itself. It influences your branding, marketing, pricing, and overall business strategy. It's like a compass that guides you toward your business goals and helps you navigate the competitive market landscape. So whether you're an established business looking to expand your product line or a startup venturing into uncharted territories, remember that product development and prototyping are your allies. They are not just processes, but strategic tools to ensure your product or service hits the mark and delivers value to your customers. Remember, a well-developed product and a well-executed prototype can make the difference between success and failure. Product development is not a one-step process. It involves several stages, each crucial to the final output. Let's break it down. First, we have idea generation. This initial spark of creativity or problem solving is where it all begins. Perhaps it's a response to a market need, a technological opportunity, or an innovative concept. This stage requires a hefty dose of creativity, research, and market understanding. Next up, we move to concept development. This is where we take our raw idea and shape it into a viable concept. We begin asking the tough questions. What will the product do? Who will use it? Why would they choose it over alternatives? At this stage, it's about defining what the product is and what it's not. Then comes the design phase. This is where we take our well-defined concept and start to visualize it. We consider the product's functionality, aesthetics, and usability. It's about creating a physical or digital representation of what the product will be. This stage is crucial, as it's where we determine the product's look, feel, and operation. Following the design phase, we move on to prototyping. Here, we create a working model of the product. This could be a 3D printed model, a digital mock-up, or a handmade prototype. It's a tangible, interactive version of the product that allows us to test its functionality, identify potential issues, and make necessary adjustments. Finally, we reach the stage of final product creation. This is where all the hard work pays off. We take our refined prototype and move into production. We manufacture, package, and prepare the product for launch. It's the culmination of the entire process, resulting in a product ready to meet the hands and needs of customers. Each stage of product development plays a vital role in ensuring the final product meets the market and customer needs. It's a journey that transforms a simple idea into a tangible product ready to make its mark in the world. Once you have a product design, the next step is prototyping and testing. But why are these stages so crucial? Let's delve into the world of prototyping. Picture it as a three-dimensional portrayal of your vision. It's a physical model of your product, built to scale, and designed to mimic the final product as closely as possible. Prototyping isn't just about creating a miniature version of your product, though. It's about bringing your idea to life, giving it shape and form. It allows you to touch, feel, and interact with your concept, and that's a game changer. Now, why is this so vital, you ask? Well, prototyping provides a tangible representation of your product that can be shared, tested, and improved upon. It's like a practice run before the actual race. It gives you an opportunity to spot any flaws or areas that need improvement. Think about it. Wouldn't you rather discover a design flaw during the prototyping stage than after you've manufactured thousands of units? This brings us to the significance of testing. Testing is not just a one-time thing, it's an iterative process. It involves putting your prototype through the ringer, examining every nook and cranny, and testing it under different conditions. It's about pushing your product to its limits to see if it can withstand the rigors of real-world use. Testing helps identify any shortcomings in the design or functionality of your product. It provides invaluable feedback that can be used to refine and perfect your product before it hits the market. It's all about ensuring that your product is the best version of itself when it reaches the consumers. So, you see, prototyping and testing aren't just steps in the product development process. They are crucial stages that could make or break your product's success. They offer a chance to perfect your product, to make it truly stand out. They save you from potential disappointments, wasted resources, and precious time down the line. So, remember, prototyping and testing save time, resources, and potential disappointments down the line. You have a product, a prototype, and have done your testing. Now, how do you know if the market will accept it? Well, this brings us to the concept of market validation. It's the process of getting feedback from potential customers about your product. And this feedback is absolutely critical. It can guide improvements, help you gauge market acceptance, and save you from launching a product that might not be ready for prime time. Think of market validation as a conversation with your potential customers. It's your opportunity to ask, what do you think about this product? Is it something you would use? Would you recommend it to others? Now, how do you go about this? You could conduct surveys, focus groups, or even one-on-one interviews. The key here is to gather as much feedback as possible and then analyze it to understand the overall sentiment towards your product. The beauty of market validation is that it's not just about whether people like your product. It's about understanding why they like it. What specific features or aspects are they drawn to? What problems does your product solve for them? This feedback can help you refine your product and make it even better. But keep in mind, market validation is not a one-time thing. It's an ongoing process. As you make changes to your product based on feedback, you should continually go back to your potential customers and ask, what do you think now? Remember, the goal here is not to create a product that you think is great, but to create a product that your customers think is great. Your customers are the ones who will be using your product, recommending it to their friends, and ultimately deciding its success. So, never rush this process. Take your time to listen and understand what your potential customers are saying. Because at the end of the day, they are the ones who will decide whether your product flies or flops. Never underestimate the importance of market validation. It's your reality check before the big launch. So, what have we learned about successful product development? Well, we've unpacked a lot today, haven't we? Let's quickly recap the key points to make sure they've sunk in. Firstly, we delved into the importance of product development and prototyping. It's not just about creating a product or service description. It's about crafting a blueprint that encapsulates your vision. This step is where your product starts to take shape, where your ideas begin to materialize. It's the foundation upon which the rest of your development process is built. Then, we explored how to bring this blueprint to life through prototyping. This is where your product moves from concept to tangible reality. It's a critical stage that allows you to test, tweak, and refine your product before it hits the market. The prototype serves as a physical or digital representation of your product, a working model that you can interact with, test, and improve. We also discussed the significance of testing your product prototype. Testing is all about ensuring your product works as intended and achieves its purpose. It's about identifying any potential issues or flaws that need to be addressed before your product is ready for the marketplace. It's all about refinement and improvement, about getting your product to the best possible version of itself. Finally, we highlighted the importance of market validation. This is where you validate your product with potential customers to determine its market acceptability. It's about getting feedback from your target audience, understanding their needs and expectations, and ensuring your product meets these. It's about confirming that there is a demand for your product and that it has the potential to succeed in the market. Remember, the journey to a successful product requires careful development, thoughtful prototyping, rigorous testing, and thorough market validation. It's a journey worth taking, because at the end of the day, the success of your product lies in the hands of your customers. And taking the time to understand and meet their needs can make all the difference. So keep innovating, keep refining, and keep pushing forward.